Hello! In our English lesson today, we're going to deal with communicative exercises. In the previous lesson, we did some communicative exercises in different situations. Today, we're going to see some other situations and different places. We have said the communication is really essential. So, finding out all those expressions to be used in different places is really important. So today, we're going to see some conversations at the restaurant or while traveling and going on for tourism and different situations as we are on the go in the street. But let's start, let's not waste our time, and let's start with different expressions that we see at the restaurant. We can see that there are words that might have more or less the same meaning, but within a sentence, within an expression, we need to find those specific words that should be used. Let's start. Number 1. Are you prepared to order or are you ready to order? What have you heard in different conversations? Of course, we say, are you ready to order? This is what the waiter says. The soup of the day or the soup of the special is cream of broccoli? Of course, you know the answer. The soup of the day. This is our specialty for today, says the waiter. Our specials or our deals are listed on the board. Our specials, of course. So every single restaurant has some specific dishes that represent this restaurant. I recommend the vegetarian chili or I request. The waiter, after being asked, might give a recommendation. So he says, I recommend the vegetarian chili. We can substitute the bacon for cheese or we can subtract the bacon. When we change one ingredient for another, we say that we can substitute this ingredient, so the bacon, for cheese if you would like so. I will be right back with your drinks or I will be right return. Of course, this is really easy. You can find the answer and the waiter says, I will be right back. Back and return might have the same meaning, but you can see how weird it sounds when you say, I will be right return. It doesn't make sense. This meal consists of 3 courses. Soup, the main course, or the prime course. You have heard that we have the starter, we have the main course, and of course we have the dessert and the drinks that somebody would like to drink. And the last sentence, the chicken comes with your choice of rice or potatoes or arrives with your choice. Both of them might have the same meaning, but we don't say the chicken arrives. A person arrives, not the chicken. So we say the chicken comes with your choice. This is how the sentence is used. This is how the expression is. So it's not that you're going to learn by heart the expressions, but you need to practice them a lot and then they come naturally for you. Let's move on with another conversation. We might have some people in the restaurant that would like to sit, that would like to order, and then to pay. So, we have this man, and we have the alternatives, 1, 2, 3. The man is saying, do we have to wait to be seated? The alternatives are, yes, the hostess will seat you. I will get you some menus. Or yes, how can I help you? So the man is asking if they are going to wait. And the waiter is saying, Yes, the hostess will seat you. So you just have to wait a little bit. Then the man takes the menu and he asks, "What do you recommend?" And our alternatives are, "What would you like to drink?" "All of our entries come with fries." "Our specialty is grilled trout." So, since the man is asking for a recommendation, the waiter is going to give one. So, what is he going to say? Well, the fact that he is recommending the fish. Our specialty, this is the recommendation, is grilled trout. That is a type of fish. Then in the end, the man wants to pay. So he says, "Do you accept Visa?" What is Visa? You know the answer. The alternatives, yes, you can pay cash. Can we use this since the man is asking to pay with Visa card or buy a credit card? Please pay at the cash register. And yes, we accept all major credit cards. And since the man is asking if they accept Visa, the answer is yes, we accept all major credit cards. Let's continue. We have a conversation now at the restaurant. And here you need to fill in with one missing word. Sometimes it seems difficult to think of that word yourselves, but if you continue the exchanges, that you will see that those words are not difficult to find out. Let's start together. Thank you for calling Shogun Restaurant of Pasadena. How? What do we usually say? How can I help you? How may I help you? Hi, I need a dinner reservation for Tuesday night. You have the expression, you have the collocation. I need to make a reservation, to make a dinner reservation. What do you think that you would like to have dinner? Since the answer is 7 would be best, or maybe 7:30, then it's easy to find the answer. So, what time do you want that reservation? How many people will be in your party? We will need a what? He made a reservation. So, we need a reservation for 4. I have a table for 4. What? A table that you can use. So, a table for 4 available at 7. And the name on the reservation? The waiter or the manager is asking on the phone the name. My name is Foster. What is Foster? First name or last name? Of course, it's last name. So we're saying, my last name is Foster. Thank you for the reservation. Mr. Foster, we will be expecting you this Tuesday at 7. We will be where? At the restaurant. So we will be there. Thank you for the help. We finished with the restaurant, and now we can see some expressions about travel and tourism. Many times, while traveling, we listen to everyday vocabulary. Phrasal verbs is that kind of vocabulary, that is informal vocabulary. So today, we're going to see the meaning of some of them and how they're used while traveling or while we are on tourism. Let's see the first one. You don't have to stay on the sightseeing bus until the end. You can leave the bus anytime you like during the tour. So, what is the meaning of leave the bus when we're talking about phrasal verbs? So, stay off, get off the bus or stay on the bus? I want to leave. So we're going to use get off. You can get off the bus. You can leave the bus. I am sure you will, the meaning is discover a lot of interesting things about the city during the tour. And we're given the phrasal verbs, as we can see, get out, come out, and find out. So what is the meaning of discover? When you discover something, you find out something. Let's move on with the other sentence. We have to wait for the others to reach us. That means that the others are walking maybe very slowly. So we have to wait for them to come and reach us. We are given the phrasal verbs catch up, get up, and check up. And since we are waiting, the meaning is to catch up with someone. So to go and reach that person. And the last one. Unfortunately, the train stopped working. So you will have to get off here and wait for another one. When something stops working, we're given the phrasal verbs broke off, broke up, and broke down. So when something stops working, then it breaks down. So the train broke down. It doesn't work anymore. Let's move on. Let's see another situation while traveling, while we are on tourism. We have now some conversations. A person is calling on the phone and he needs to reserve a place in the hotel or room. So, let's see this conversation. I would like to reserve a hotel. What? Why is he calling? Because he needs a room. So I would like to reserve a hotel room. That should be no problem. May I have your full name, please? And the man is answering, my name is John Sandals. What days do you need that? What is he making? He's making a reservation. So, what days do you need that reservation, sir? And the answer is, I am planning to visit New York from Friday, April the 14th until Monday, April the 17th. So, how is per night? And as we can see, we are given a certain amount. So the question is going to be how much? He's asking about the price. How much is it per night? Be careful. Many times we are given the answer itself. So since he's asking per night, the answer is easy to find. So each night will be $250 per night, each night. They have the same meaning. And the man is answering, wonderful, thank you, because he made the reservation. Let's move on with another situation. We are given specific words: floor, online, alternatives, guests, lobby, and runs. We have the conversation, and now we need to fill them in. Don't forget to read the exchanges, not just one sentence, because the answer is usually given by the second sentence. It helps us. So let's start together. How do I get online with my laptop? Is asking the client, the guest. Just plug the Ethernet cable into your computer and you will be what? He's using the computer. So he will be online in a heartbeat. I see the cable, But my computer, what? My computer runs on wireless only. No problem. I will tell you about our what? Other suggestions probably that they have. So our alternatives. Yes, I'd love to hear what are the alternatives. What the alternatives are. Our state-of-the-art computer lab is on the first, what? On the first floor. Great, but is it free? Sir, the computers are free to whom? To guests, of course, because he is a guest in that hotel. But you do have to pay a nominal printing fee. So it is free, but if you would like to print something, then you have to pay. And you said there were other alternatives. Just use your computer here in the, and of course, the last word that we should use is lobby. I'll set up for wireless. That sounds like a winner because our guest is happy that he found a solution to his problem. And now we continue with expressions that we can see while we are on the go, in the street, in different markets, in different places. We're on the street now and we would like from someone to take a picture from us. Me and my friend, for example. So we have Paul and a man and a stranger. We need to fill in one missing word. We have said that in order for us to be easier to fill in one word, we have to read up to the end the sentence, and why not continue so that we can understand what is going on. So, Paul says to the man, "Excuse me, you please take a picture of us?" What can we say here? We can say, "Can you please?" or "Could you please take a picture of us?" And why not can? It's not that it is not correct, but we are using could because it is more polite. So could you please take a picture of us with this camera? And the man says, "Sure." There are so many buttons in that camera and he doesn't know which button to press. So he's saying, "Sure. Which button do I press to shoot?" And Paul is showing and he's saying this. What? You can say this button, but in order not to repeat the same word, we say this one. So this button, this one. Do I have to focus it? No, this is a focus-free camera. All you have to do, of course, is point and press the button. Oh, okay, that's easy. So, all right, say cheese, and the photo is taken. Let's continue with another situation. We have a man that would like to buy some flowers to his friend, so he's going to the florist. We are given the sentences or the expressions, anything else, don't bother, that sounds, on sale, it's her birthday, I'm sure, and why not? As we can see, we only have 5 gaps, but we are given 7 expressions. So 2 of them are extra. We do not need them. We're going to read again, understand the text, and then fill in the missing parts. Let's start together. I need some flowers for my friend, says the man. So, it's her birthday. He is declaring that. And The shop assistant says, "Very well, we have some fresh red roses. How much are the roses?" 20 euros per dozen. 20 euros, the man is thinking. Well, that sounds like a good deal. And why is it a good deal? Because the flowers are on offer. Or, yes, they are on sale today. I will take a dozen. Splendid. Will there be anything else? And the man is saying, "No, the roses are fine." The florist feels that the woman or the person is going to feel really satisfied, and he is saying, "Well, then, I am sure that your friend will love them." And this is how the conversation ends. And another situation. You are on the street, you're looking for something, and you want to get something, maybe from a flea market. What is a flea market? A flea market is a place where you can buy so many different things. As we can see, there are lots of things that are hanged, that are in different stalls. It is an open market. Now, we are given the conversation and we have alternatives for us to choose. Be careful. Let's read together. Do you have any idea where I can buy old music boxes, or where can I buy? This is a very, very common mistake from students. We have already discussed that when we have questions, we have to be careful, because the question starts here. Do you have? This part here is not a question anymore, but is a clause. So we cannot put the auxiliary verb in front. No, we have to say where I can find, where I can buy. It's not a question, this one, but the beginning of the sentence. Let's move on. You can find almost what? Almost nothing or almost anything at a flea market. Of course, you can find almost anything at a flea market. What in the earth or what in the world is a flea market? How is the expression? We say what in the world, whereas the expression with earth is what on earth is a flea market? So, what in the world is a flea market? A flea market sells all kinds of used things. Some that you have never even heard of, or any that you have never even heard of. We are in an affirmative sentence. So, what are we going to use? Some or any? Of course, we're going to use some. So, some things. Great. Is it one near here? Is there one near here? How are we going to ask? With there, of course. Is there one near here? Actually, our local community college has one on the first Sunday of each month or of all months. Has one that is each month and not all month, of course, because it doesn't make sense. And now that we discussed about these different situations, these different dialogues in different places, I would like from you to write your own conversations. You can choose different places from the ones that we discussed. In a restaurant, you can write conversations while you are in the street or while you are traveling, for example. Ask these questions to your friends as well, and why not act out those conversations. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you all the best.